Alright, I've shuffled these cards again so that the array is now not in increasing order. It's now shuffled. And well, that kind of worked. Okay, so still not in increasing order exactly, but we can still use this to discuss the second type of sorting, which is bubble sort. Now what it does is that it goes through two elements at a time, and first you go through the first two elements of the array, which is the ace and the 7, and you compare them to see which one needs to be flipped or just switched, or if they need to stay the same in order to move the elements in the right position. So we take to the ace and the 7. Are they in increasing order? Right now, yes they are. So we move on to the next two elements, the 7 and the 6. Are they increasing order? They are not, which is why we switch them and we keep going. We focus on the 7 and the 5, and 7 is bigger than the 5, so what we want to do is switch them. 7 is bigger than the 3, so we want to switch them. The 7 is bigger than the 2, we switch them, as well as the 4. So what this does is basically during the first run through, it takes the biggest element and puts in the very back. Now we don't really need to focus on this anymore because we know that the biggest element is in the back. So what we do is focus on this, and bubble sort just runs through it again until you can't organize them more to make it any more sorted unless it already is in increasing order completely. So right now it's not, so we go through it again. The first two elements, the ace and the 6, do not need to change, but once we go through the second two elements, the 6 and the 5, they do need to because the 6 is greater than the 5, so we switch them and we keep going. The 3 is smaller than the 6, so again we switch them. 6 is greater than the 2, so we switch them as well as the 4, so we switch that. And as you can see, the second biggest element is now in the second to last position. And again, we know this because that's just how bubble sort works, so we don't really need to focus on that. But, even if we do check these two elements, they don't change because 6 is smaller than 7. We go back. The ace and the 5 don't need to change positions, but the 5 and the 3 do. So we switch them. 5 and the 2, not increasing, so we switch it. 5 and the 4 are not increasing. And we check these, and these, they're all fine because the last three elements are in increasing order. And then again, we go through it again, focusing on these 4. Ace and the 3 don't need to change, the 3 and the 2 do. And we would check this, but we know that 3 is smaller than 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Increasing order so far. And it just keeps running through it over and over again until they're in increasing order completely. And by that luck of the shuffle, it happened to work so. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it runs through it, and once it finds that it's no longer needed to be sorted because it's in increasing order, it just stops. And that's how bubble sort works.